Hey, what's good, everybody? It's me, your hero, Benjamin Banks, and you're watching Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. And today I'm going to be reviewing episode 5 of My Hero Academia, Operation New Improv Move. And like always, make sure that you like this video, you subscribe to the channel, and you hit that bell button so that way you're always notified when we have new content here on Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. So let's go ahead and get into today's review. The episode, it starts off with Class 1A celebrating their victory over Class 1B. And we have the teachers Azawa and Vlad King pretty much telling the students what they did wrong and what they could improve on. Azawa, he's more lenient and helpful when it comes to telling his students what they need to do to improve and be better on. And Vlad King, he's just pissed off because his students lost. We've seen the attitude that he's had since it was announced at the start of this that they were going to be facing each other and whatnot. And he wants his students to win because that's all that they've been doing is training. Like I've said before in previous reviews that Class 1B, they have something to prove here. It was a, really good take on, what the students need to improve on. Cause we have with Sue, Kaminari, they've been on the battlefield, especially back in season 4, at which they showed a flashback to when they went and they fought against Chisaki and all that other stuff. So it's they have that experience, but at the same time, they weren't able to use the experience that they had already had in this fight against the other students from Class 1B. And then the only person that was really happy was Kaminari, but Kaminari, he got lucky. He did mess up in the beginning, but he got lucky. But in Shinso, I can't remember if it happened or not, but I don't think that he really got any critique except, that he was inexperienced, which is something that All Might had brought up. Like I got sitting right here next to me. He enjoyed seeing Shinsu and action. Midnight, she enjoyed seeing it as well. This guy, he has what it takes to be in either Class 1A or Class 1B. He has what it takes to be in the hero course. So, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing the 5th battle, round 5, when Shinso is going to be on Class 1B and see what he does there, because we're going to see him versus Midoriya again. But with round 2 for Class 1A, we got Momo, Tokoyami, Hagakure, and Aoyama versus Kendo, Hirio, Manga, Fukadashi, and Kinako. Now, we know who Kendo is. We've seen her. We've seen all of the students from Class 1B, and we've seen some of them in action going all the way back to Season 3 when the League of Villains had invaded the campgrounds. But just to give a rundown of what their quirks are, just in case you don't remember, or if this is the first season that you're watching, because some people do watch seasons out of order and whatnot. I've done it before. But yeah, Kendo, she can create big fists. Kiriorio, there we go. I'm sorry about that. His quirk is black, and pretty much he can go into the shadows of anything that's on the surface, which is going to make this an incredible fight against Tokoyami because he has Dark Shadow. Then Manga, his quirk is comic, and pretty much remember the old Adam West Batman shows where whenever Batman and Robin would punch somebody and it would say kapow and all that stuff? That's what Manga can do. He can make comic panels, onomatopoeias, come out, and he can use those as weapons or reflections and defense as well. It's kind of a reference to echoes from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Diamond is Unbreakable, which is my favorite JoJo Part 4. What's his name? Koichi. That's Echoes is his quirk, and pretty much Koichi can do something similar where it's he can make onomatopoeias of words, and he can use them as attacks and defense, and even use it so it can reflect stuff and whatnot. And then we have Kinako, whose quirk is Mushroom, and with her quirk, like we saw in the episode, she can have a bunch of mushrooms take over an entire area. But yeah, the fight on this episode, it was really good. I mean, I like how Class 1B, it's like they already know what Class 1A is about. So it's like just like in the last battle, it's like they're the ones that always have the upper hand in the beginning. Black, he had already told Tokoyami that, that he was looking forward to fighting him. Kendo, she said that she had something to prove against Momo because Momo and her they're kind of like rivals. They're kind of on the same level. And Kendo, she wants to, show that she's better than Momo. So I mean, like it was good. It was good. Like the matchup. I like how everybody in each round, they have some sort of history with each other, like going all the way back to season 2 at the sports festival. So the fight starts out. Tokoyami, he sends Dark Shadow out to scope the area to see where they all are, and Black ends up hitting not Black, but that's his quirk name, Uriel. I said his name wrong again. I'm just gonna call him Black because that's his quirk. He hops a ride with Tokoyami's Dark Shadow, and pretty much he controls Dark Shadow, and like Dark Shadow comes back, he's attacking Class 1A and whatnot, and Hagakure, she ends up using her light so that way that she could get him out of Dark Shadow. Now we see that through a flashback that Tokoyami, he's worked with Hawks. He's he did the understudy thing, and then he did the the thing with him again where he teamed up with him. And it was interesting because like Tokoyami was always trying to keep up with Hawks and learn from him, whereas the other two heroes, they couldn't keep up with Hawks because Hawks was just so fast at stopping crimes and whatnot. And Hawks only wanted to bring Tokoyami on to the projects with him is because he just had questions for him. And the second time that they get together, he sees how Tokoyami is trying to fly and keep up with him. And Hawks, Tokoyami, they have a one-on-one. He takes Tokoyami flying and whatnot, and that's pretty much Tokoyami's new quirk. It is not quirk, but his new ability. He can fly now. He can use Dark Shadow so that way that he can fly, and it's awesome, man. Like I love Tokoyami. I think he's a badass. I just want to see more of him on screen. It's just something about him where he just gives like those cool laid back vibes. In a way, Tokoyami kind of reminds me of Piccolo. Like even when he took the cloak off and he tossed it in the air, it reminded me of when Piccolo is about to fight somebody and he takes the turban and the cloak off and he gets right into it. So the backstory on this episode with everybody was good. The development for everybody that was in round 1 was awesome, and I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen on next week's episode, because now you have Momo, Aoyama, and Hagakure. They're all covered in fungus right now, so I'm just looking forward to seeing what's going to happen. Like I love Kinako's quirk. I mean, like I love her outfit. I mean, like the mushrooms and all that stuff, like it's really cool. But yeah, I can't wait to see what's going to happen. I can't wait to see who's going to win this fight. Like I've been saying, like I'm going to continue pulling for Class 1B because, like I said, they have something to prove. But when it gets to that final round, I'm going to be pulling for my boy Midoriya because it's all about Deku. And with that being said, thank you for watching my review. I'm by myself this week. Usually I'm with Trav, but Trav, he couldn't join me today, and hopefully I can get Trav and D to get up here with me so that way we can all do the review together, because we all love this series, and we haven't all been up here at the same time to review it. So that's something that I will be looking forward to in the future as well. So with that being said, make sure you follow me, your hero Benjamin Banks, at KingBenji_Banks on Twitter and Instagram, and you can look me up on Facebook at Benjamin Banks. I should be the first person to pop up. If not, then I need to contact Mr. Zuckerberg. Make sure you check out some of our other reviews that we have here on the channel. Our Invincible review and our Falcon and Winter Soldier review. They're both on the channel. On the Falcon and Soldier review, We had actor Renes Rivera join us, who played Lennox on Falcon and Winter Soldier. And it was a really good interview/review. So make sure you check that out. And also tonight on Facebook Live, we are going to be doing a Mortal Kombat Facebook Live video where people are going to come in and talk about what they liked about the Mortal Kombat movie and whatnot. So I'm really looking forward to that. I still need to watch the movie myself, so I'm going to watch that later on today. That starts at 8 p.m. Eastern time. So if you want to join us, I'll make sure that the link is somewhere here in the comments, so that, well, not the comments, but in the description, so that way that you can come and join us on Facebook Live. And with that being said, I'll see you in the future. Keep on checking out our stuff. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe. Keep that pinky up and stay positive. I'll see you next time on Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. Peace.
Thanks again, everybody, for watching another episode of Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe to the channel. Podcast, we got that too. Make sure you give us a thumbs up and hit that bell for further episodes and notifications. Thanks a lot to our patrons. And if you don't mind, join the Patreon. We'll be having new specials coming up soon.